I want to get into something you talked a lot about in the last 30 years of your public life, and that was the slow militarization of police. Now it's become a big national issue. Even the New York Times says it's a problem. They admit that the IRS is taking people's bank accounts for no reason. I mean, the IRS is persecuting the Tea Party and groups. I mean, we're really already living, I think, under a form of martial law. As you said, we're being phased into total fascism or complete fascism. The governor, Abbott, came out and put a tweet out 2 days ago saying, I want to make sure our liberties are watched and that Texas sovereignty is watched. I'm going to dispatch the Texas Guard to watch Jade Helm. I never said when we broke Jade Helm a month ago that it would be martial law. I never said that Obama was coming to take the state. I said it was more conditioning. But they have had literally thousands of articles the last month, 300 plus yesterday, every channel in Austin, national news, every channel, saying, I'm saying there's going to be martial law, the governor is, and that we're all kooks, they're attacking, Rand's been sucked into it. What do you do about these straw men where they go, oh, there is no NSA, and there is, or, Alex says there's going to be martial law, when all we're saying is there's this continued march, and they admit in Forbes that the Army is training to take on the Tea Party. I mean, we have clips of them saying the MRAPs are for the veterans. So basically your take on this incremental boiling frog, and then these I guess you call them straw men, where they claim we said something that we didn't really say, and then when total martial law doesn't come, they say we're discredited.
Yeah. That's the way they work. I guess we do our best to just get the truth out there, and I think more people are looking for the truth and are skeptical of all the propaganda. But I was I thought that this Abbott ruling or sending the National Guard there was a reflection that there is a sentiment with enough people that he is responding. I don't know the governor, and I don't know personally where his views are, but I think he senses that he has to respond to this because there's enough people who are worried about it. But both sides might be doing some of the grandstanding, and so often, though, that can get out of hand. I think what is happening now is that we know about the militarization of the police and the overreaction and the difficulty with the drug war, but we also notice that there are some people that are on the receiving end of excessive police force are overreacting too, and they become very, very violent, and people can get pretty nervous about that as well. But the big overwhelming thing that drives the problem in the inner city is back to economics.
Yes, sir.
If we had a thriving economy, the problems in the inner city wouldn't be there. But if you have an entitlement system, and if you have Keynesian economics, if you have a Federal Reserve fixing it up for the rich, then the rich getting richer, and the remaining part of the middle class, the upper middle class that might be remaining and producing, the rich even go after them, and they're going to tax them and try to keep this thing going. But one thing for sure, we don't know when it'll end, but it will end. It's incapable of going for long periods of time. There's never been a paper currency, it lasts for, an indefinite period of time. They always end, and this one has gone on for way too long, and it's bigger than ever. There's never been a fiat currency like the dollar engulfing the entire world like it is today.
And they're clearly, in closing, gearing up during a collapse to try to accelerate into tyranny. I want to play a 10-second clip for you to see if you've heard it from Morgan County, Indiana, one of dozens we have, with them saying the MRAP tanks are for the veterans. Here's the clip.
We really didn't have the violence that we see today. The weaponry is totally different now than it was in the beginning of my career. Plus, you have a lot of people that are coming out of the military that have the ability and the knowledge to build IEDs and to defeat law enforcement techniques.
So there they are, Congressman, and then we have clips during pre-Jade Helm training where they're training to take on the Tea Party. I'll play that after you leave. I'm just documenting this here. How can they say Jade Helm's for overseas when they admit that it's also for domestic snatch and grab operations?
That I don't have a complete understanding of that. I don't have a precise answer for that. All I know is it's very difficult to sort out exactly what they're up to and what they're doing. I do know that they're not worried about our liberty, and I do know that they take care of the very wealthy special interests, which this system that we have takes care of quite well.
What do you think in closing of Governor Abbott? I think he's been actually doing a pretty good job since he got in here in Texas.
Yeah, I think so, and I didn't do anything special to help him, but I'll tell you what, we could have a lot worse. So nothing has struck me as that makes me displeased. I don't happen to watch state issues very closely. I guess his recent announcement here today about Jade Helm got my attention more than anything else. But I would say that he's doing a decent job.
It's very refreshing to just see somebody do their job like you did in Congress. God bless you, Dr. No. We really appreciate you.
Good, Alex. Talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Well, another powerful interview with former Congressman Ron Paul. I tell you, I don't get excited when I've gotten a chance to meet some of the most famous rock stars and movie stars, unless I'm fans of what they do, and then it's exciting just because I like their art. But it's just nothing compared to someone like Ron Paul and others. Now, at the same time, I know some celebrities like Dave Mustaine and Billy Corrigan who get attacked when they come on viciously and still come on and have courage. That I admire, and I get butterflies over. But I can get around, a firefighter that goes in a burning house and, to save a child and gets burned. And I just get tears in my eyes thinking about what a good man that is, or a good woman, because we're supposed to admire people that stand up for liberty. Not a basketball player, not a football player, not some drugged out rock star just because they got 20 women. And I'm not on some moral high horse when I say that. I'm just saying that's not my God. I will not sell out the unborn. I will not sell out the Second Amendment. I will not sell out the family. I will not compromise on not being hit with soft kill weapons to make us weak and stupid. The fluoride and the rest of it. And it means nothing under their fake peer pressure paradigm to be lectured and attacked by a bunch of nobodies like Rachel Maddow and CBS News and Anderson Cooper of the CIA at CNN. But they live in a world of caring what everybody says about them. They live in a world of being empty. And as Jakari Jackson said in earlier little vignette information bulletins that we now have during the advertisements, Christ, even when he was rebuking people and not following their orders unto death, he didn't hate them because he realized these are the people he was there to save. And we have to understand that I don't even hate a Rachel Maddow or people like that anymore because I realize how pathetic they are and where they've put themselves in this universe.